Alright guys, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. We are about to head out to catch our flight to Florida. We're going to be working on this project for Jimmy's World, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, aviation influencers on YouTube. We're going to be doing a whole Brightwork Cessna 310 for his Save the 310 project. So we're going to be flying out there. We'll be working from Thursday through Monday on this project here. Then be catching my flight back here on Monday. Come back to Houston.
Count towards your personal items. So if you do have a pillow, a blanket, a backpack, or a roller.
On behalf of Southwest Alliance, this is Houston. Thanks for
Alright
flight.
guys, we are down in Tampa here. We have David from Nashville getting his hands wet working the bum druffer. In the background there, you can see he's working on some pontoons just to check out the Nuvite, check out the pad combos on the Buffbo drum buffer. So he has his hands familiar with that before we start on the next project. Check it out. Alright guys, we just got the van emptied. We're back at the shop here. We're getting it filled back up with all of our supplies that we're going to need for this big plane that we're doing here. Getting all the mineral spirits filled up here. And we're going to be ready to go here shortly. Well guys, we are officially no longer in our world. We are now in Jimmy's world.
I got a call from these guys at Sparrowhawk. They said, we can polish the 310 in 3 days. And I said, I will gladly accept that challenge. They're here right now getting this thing to shine better than it's ever shined before. 24 hours a day, they're gonna be cranking on this thing to get it done in 3 days. That is, my brain cannot comprehend that, but hey, Sparrowhawk, they got locations all over the country specific to aviations, RVs, and boats. Check them out. If they can get this done, they definitely deserve everyone's business because that's insane. That's just nuts.
The guys got to work right away, and by the next day, they were making significant progress.
I think we're safe right here. Don't look.
I'm not
Don't
looking.
cheat.
I'm not looking.
Don't
I'm not
cheat.
looking.
Gotta save the surprise.
Yeah, I can't look. I haven't seen it yet. They told me I'm not allowed over here. I can hear it happening behind me. This is Josh. He is one of the owners of Sparrowhawk. You got a hold of me, sent me an email and said, hey, we would love to clean the airplane. Sparrowhawk, their aviation, boat, marine specialties. He's an IA, AMP, which is certified mechanic, a pilot as well. He's hardcore aviation. You guys are a franchise and you're in what, 24 cities now?
24 cities nationwide.
Okay.
Most of our locations are ran and operated by AMPs, IAs, pilots, people with extensive aviation backgrounds, and the ones who aren't, don't look.
I know, I keep this like out of the corner of my eye.
The ones that aren't are top-notch detailers that I'd put them up with any other detailer in the country. We have some genuine artists within our team.
What kind of airplane do you fly?
So I have a T-41.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool.
The military 172 on steroids.
Yeah, it's got the bigger engine, the 182 engine in it.
360.
Yeah.
6-banger engine instead of 4-cylinder.
That's fancy.
Variable pitch prop, instead of fixed pitch, all that.
Wow,
good stuff.
okay. See, he knows what aviation, we're in the right place.
That's how a lot of our teammates are, and that's really what separates us, I feel, from a lot of other detailing companies out there. Is a lot of us are genuinely aviators. We know aircraft through and through, so you don't have to worry and compromise on the integrity and what chemicals are being used and are they approved and safe.
Because they're way different.
Yes, there's some differences.
The biggest thing that I've learned about airplanes and cars, you can't use the same stuff on an airplane that you use on a car.
Absolutely. We actually teach a class with the Aviation Detailing Associations, which we're founders of that.
That's true, because you guys are making sure all the detailers
Absolutely.
are out,
We're
knowing
setting the
what
standard.
you do with aviation specifically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we started that about a year and a half ago. We started teaching classes where I can honestly say people from all over the world have flown into Houston, Texas, and that's where we primarily hold the course, and we train detailers all over the world to a high aviation standard.
If you guys need to get a hold of them, if you got an airplane, an RV, a boat, any of that stuff, how do they get a hold of you guys?
So SparrowHawkMobileDetailing.com. That's our webpage, and we have it pretty easy to find each location. You just go to the directory. It's a map. It's got all our pinpoints all over the United
so you
States.
can like open up a map looking
and
thing.
you type in your zip code, pulls up the closest detailer, and we actually have a couple of crews that are designated for jobs that aren't in areas that we serve.
Walk me through the different steps, because to polish this airplane is not just grab a polisher and go.
No.
First you had to, start from the beginning, from when it was super dirty all the way to the final thing, and what I have to do afterwards to keep it nice and shiny.
So we'll start with the beginning. We noticed that there were several spots of corrosion that was starting to take place. You can see the corrosion spores or buds or whatever you want to say start to kind of form. And so we actually had to go the sanding route.
Yeah.
So we grabbed, we started at about 800 grit. We started at a little bit higher grit to where it's not so much having to polish out the heavier scratch marks. So we started about 800 and we did a couple stages of that. And then we went through with our, well, you can't look, don't look back.
No, I'm not looking.
I was hoping when I did that, I was like,
You
oh,
almost
no.
had me. I was like,
But then we go in with, we have a good relationship with a company called Buff Pro, and they have a drum buffer that does a phenomenal job.
You're probably watching it on the B-roll or have seen it already, but that sucker is huge. It's like got a drum on it this big like that,
and it mows through. It saves us a lot of time. A lot of time. Of course, you have to be careful because with that kind of speed and that kind of torque, you can mow down some rivet heads and you got a problem. But we know what we're doing. We're good. So, but yeah, and then we go through that, and then there's obviously some, there's different grits of this polish or compound. And so we just go through the stages of the compound.
How many stages?
So right now, I think we're sticking with, each one's different. So you think, okay, I'm gonna go to this aircraft because it's Brightwork, right? Brightwork's Brightwork. It's not the case. Each canvas, if you want to call it that, has its own steps that it likes. So we do a test spot, and based off that test spot, that gives us an idea of which route we go. So with this one, we're doing 3 different stages of compound.
So it's like the worst. It's the most
It was pretty
work.
rough. It was pretty rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty rough.
Is it?
But the before and after is gonna be phenomenal.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing, is we're looking for that wow
I
factor.
can't wait. I'm like dying. I'm dying to see
You should
that
take a
thing.
look. No, I'm just
No, just teasing me like that, boy. And now the last stage is by a company.
So it's Rupes. We're partnered up with Rupes.
Okay.
They have a product, a machine that's called the Cyclo, and it's
Cyclo?
it's a Cyclo. So it has 2 arms that just rotate, counter rotate, and they get in there, and we put flannel rags or towels, if you want to call them, on there, and it really just pulls all the. You notice? I'm gonna show you.
No, I'm not gonna show.
You get the black ointment from the polishing.
Oh yeah.
So that gets stuck in the pores and it affects the finish. So that flannel and that rotating heads just pull all that out to where you're left with pristine mirror
Just
finish.
nothing but wow. Okay.
And it also lays it and it has its own polishing as well. But main thing is it's pulling all that black ointment out of the pores of the aluminum.
How do I make sure it stays clean and not get any dirty fingerprints and stuff like that?
So the biggest thing, and it's so hard to do, I understand this is like impossible to get people to not do this. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
What, gloves only?
Even then, it's like
I'm gonna get Grizzly white gloves.
It's one of those things where as soon as you see fresh Brightwork, and even like whenever we exactly, like the oils on your hand, from your skin, it actually will etch into your Brightwork.
Yeah, you can see our sweat stains on that thing. You have a spot where our arm was sweaty, we leaned it, and now it's white.
And you can't wipe it off. The only way to do it is to polish it off. So you got to stay on top of it anywhere from 3 to 4 months. You want to basically just do a real light pass just to keep it up. Because if you start to let it go, then it's that uphill battle of
like
trying
this.
to. Hey.
He's like, whew.
Well,
This one,
Hey, It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Sparrowhawk, yeah, for real, give them lots of business. Franchises, they're expanding, so if you're interested in that, hit them up. They're in 24 cities already.
Alright guys, this is carbon buildup right here from this engine, and it's built up so long that the only real way to remove this properly is to sand. So this is our sanding that we're doing here, as you guys can see here. This is like a smooth, clean, bare aluminum surface. This is what I'm looking for. These little patches here are still the carbon buildup that's really deep in these aluminum pores. So I'm just kind of trying to sand this down to a smooth finish, and then we can sand up each step going up further and further and further until when we finish, we're gonna have almost a mirror finish just with the sanding alone. Then we come back with our polishing, and one step of polishing and we're looking like this. This is all sanded down with 320 all in between all these areas here. All sanded down in between 320. Now we're going to polish this all the way up to 1500, and then we're going to polish it out. Alright guys, so I just got done doing all the sanding here. This is from 320, 400, 600, 800, then we actually jumped to 1500. So this just cuts all that black soot that was on here, which also was pitting into the metal, causing corrosion. So we just kind of sanded down to bare metal, so we have just plain bare metal aluminum to go with here. This is the side, it's not as bad. You can still see a reflection in it, but it does have a little bit of corrosion in here, but nothing too bad. Hey guys, we are in the middle of day 2 right now. We have the whole left side of the plane done. We are cutting the fuselage, and then we're gonna get started on the right wing. The whole nose is done. I'm finishing it out right now. I'm doing step 3, which is our cyclo. Hey guys, end of day 2. End of Saturday night. We have one more day. We're gonna have this thing done. We got the whole right side of this wing. We are right side of the right wing. We have cut the back side of it with the rotary. Cut it with the drum buffer. Then we have whole fuselage has been done. This thing is a crispy mirror right here. And we got the whole left side of the plane is all done. Whole left side. We're leaving the spinners for last, so that's the icing on the cake. But whole left side's done here. Fuselage, tail, horizontals, everything. And then we gotta do the whole belly. So like, tomorrow's mostly gonna be the belly day, finishing up the wings, and that's it. Alright guys, it is day 3. It is Sunday morning. It is still raining outside. It's been raining for the last 2 days. We have the belly to do, a couple little small areas, and we're finishing up the right wing and the vertical stabilizer. And just all the undersides is what we're doing today. We should be all finished up here, and then save the spinners for last, do those, and we'll be out of here. Pack up. Okay guys, we are back. This is the last day of Jimmy's World 310. We are finishing it up here today. We just have some touch-up spots that we need to do today, and a couple last spots to cut. We gotta do the spinners, and about 10 square foot of under wing areas need to be cut and finished out.
I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, Brandon, why you got your Tyvek suit on now instead of from the beginning? Well, I had clothes all throughout the week to keep myself clean, but I wanted to stay looking clean and crispy for our reveal later on today. There is some showers at the end of the hangar, and I do bring my shower clothes and everything like that with me if I had to take a shower to get cleaned up again before the reveal. But we have our Tyvek suits, so might as well just use it. And it's a little chilly today too, but now I can go ahead and keep my face clean and be ready for this video reveal in a few minutes here.
Do. First, a huge shout out to Sparrowhawk. I did the math and they spent 150 man hours in 3.5 days on this airplane. Please go bless them, because I mean, I'm super excited.
The job done.
I feel like I'm back on my wedding day waiting to see my bride in her dress for the first time, because my toes are all going like this in my shoes.
I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna see a really cool airplane.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Can we get the truck out of the way yet? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Move that van!
Oh.
Holy crap! Man! Jeez, that is, like, it hurts my eyes. I can see my reflection.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Golly. That is
Super impressive.
That is another level. This is the best shot, that 3/4 shot right there. It's words hard right now, because it really is. It just looks fantastic. So I want to touch it. It's every ounce of self-control I have not to just want to touch it. I don't know why, but they said don't you dare touch it, because the oils off of our hands will leave a print on there, and then you have to kind of buff it all off to get the handprint off. But everything in me wants to just touch it. So I don't. That's not the same, honestly. No. Not the, I was expecting something more. But.
Sorry.
Jeez, look at, like, dude, you can like shave and look at that. And then you go long arm. Look how long your arm gets that way, but then you got the dwarf thing going. Look, this is amazing. Wow. It's almost one of those optical illusions where you're looking through it because it's so reflective that it just like disappears like a mirror. It's just crazy. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, you guys.
Thank you.
Well done. There's a legit 25, 30 degree temperature difference from here to right there. Here, come here and stand. Stand right here. I can't see.
Oh yeah. I see why
That is so bright. Oh, that's insane. Let me introduce you to the guys that made it happen. Brandon, come on in. He came in all the way from Houston, Texas. Well done, sir, well done. Dave, all the way in from Nashville, Tennessee. Good job, sir, and our local homeboy. We got Ryan right here in Lakeland, Florida. Well done, you guys. I cannot begin to tell you how impressed I am of the job you did. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Forever in your debt. You guys went above and beyond. So awesome. Thank you. I think this thing looks good. We're gonna fire it up for these guys so they can hear it.